Okay, well, welcome formally to 3 ways to make money on YouTube. We're going to go ahead and jump on into the presentation portion, which is the class portion of the webinar. And then after that, we will move into the discussion portion and talk about any questions you have. And I'll also give coaching as well. If you're watching the recording later, this recording is going to stop after the presentation. Okay? All right, so welcome. This is Lightworker Tech Tribe, and I want to give you a sense of the agenda. We're going to talk about 3 ways to make money on YouTube, the number one way for lightworkers, the number one way that I'm coaching people these days, right? And what I always tell people, especially if they're lightworkers, is the number one way. We'll talk about how to easily create and upload videos to YouTube. We'll talk a little bit about tagging and thumbnails, and we'll make sure that you know how clients can find you. We'll also talk about YouTube and Instagram video and some ideas about how to use them efficiently together to reach more people. And then we'll do a short review. Now, right before the review, I am also going to talk about the Lightworker Tech Tribe and different support pathways that you can participate in as you're launching. Again, I'm Lori McDaniel, and I'll say a little bit more about myself in just a moment. But now I just want to address this amazing moment that we're in. You know, Deb and Diana and I were just talking before we started the presentation about how we're in the middle of COVID, really, and we were kind of talking about our different experiences of this time. And it's really my belief that we're in a time of transition. We're transitioning from like an old world, you know, however we thought about how to make money and what life was all about is ending, you know, and we're in this chrysalis, we're in this cocoon time where we're creating the new world, you know, the new way forward. As light workers, many of us are aware of this, so I'm not telling you anything you may not know, but I just really want to ground that in the opportunities for people who are coaches, healers, you know, physical therapists like you, Deb, chiropractors. Diana, you're a Unity minister. You have a treasure trove of I personally know that you have a treasure trove of prosperity, for example, work and classes and teachings that could be online, right? Nutritionists, creatives, changemakers, all of us light workers, we're all needed now more than ever. And really millions of people around the world are waking up and or are in quarantine and have unmet needs, you know, that light workers like you can fill with your gifts, passions, and skills. And it's all happening online now because of quarantine, and going forward because of the changes in our economic structures. You know, the way people make money is going to be transitioning. So a little bit about me and about the tech tribe, the Lightworker Tech Tribe. So my name is Lori McDaniel. I've been in the technology and training field and also learning design fields for about 20 years, a little more than that actually. And also I have a lot of deep training and expertise in online marketing. I'm a fellow light worker. I have been a transformational coach and facilitator for many years, and I lead women's circles currently. The vision now for the Lightworker Tech Tribe is to provide a tribe approach for light workers to get all of their digital marketing done and to get their message and light spread around the world. And I'll talk a little bit later about the group programs and launch pods that are available to you to support you. So now let's jump right in. 3 ways to make money on YouTube. So these are the the big 3 ways that people think about when thinking about making money on YouTube. I am going to talk a little bit about a 4th one as well in just a moment. But traditionally, you know, you think about YouTube monetization, right? And the rules, the basics of that is that you have to have a pretty large subscriber, kind of like followers. You know, people can subscribe to your YouTube channel. And in a 12-month period, you'd have to have 4,000 watch hours by the public and 1,000 or more subscribers. And at that point, then as long as you're following YouTube's rules, you could be eligible for their partner program and begin to get paid by YouTube depending on different tiers, right? They have this tiered model, certain number of views, certain number of hours, and then you would get paid a certain amount of money at each tier. It's not enough to live on, even if you are at like 1 million subscribers. So just so you know, the people out there who are very famous YouTubers are not using just YouTube monetization to make their living. It's part of it, but it's not all of it. Now, you've also probably seen YouTube ads. So if you're a YouTube watcher like me, I watch a lot of YouTube spiritual videos, really, and online marketing videos as well. And I see a lot of ads. So if you have a large amount of subscribers, then you're eligible and pretty attractive to people who want to place ads before your videos. So that's another revenue stream, another way of making money. There's a monetization page that you can look at for all the rules and like tiers and all of that inside of what's called YouTube Studio. And if you were to just Google YouTube monetization, you would actually be able to find that page very easily. When I've looked at it, I've been a little bit like, my eyes start to kind of roll around like, oh, this is a lot. It's a lot to know and a lot to read. So for me personally, being more of a creative, it's not enough money for it to be worth it for me. But again, it is one revenue stream. Then there are brand placement and mentions. So if you have a large number of subscribers, let's say you have 100,000 people who subscribe to your channel, then different companies may send you their products to try out, right? And if you like it, they ask that you talk about it on a video, right? It's just like in a TV show where Ford will pay, let's say they pay the TV show NCIS to talk about a Ford and to have all the people drive Fords. Like, that's product placement. So it's the very same thing on YouTube. And the companies will actually pay you to do that, whether it's to talk about it or show the product. This is really popular in the beauty industry. People who are YouTube influencers, like they have a zillion subscribers, they'll actually open up like product gift bags that they've gotten from companies and talk about the different products. And that's in exchange for a fee. So right here, I just noted that in the Creator Academy inside of YouTube, again, you can just Google this, really easy to find. There is a Make Money on YouTube tutorial. And if you want that link, just let me know and I can send you the slide deck. But again, it's really easy to find by Googling. Now, I'm of the belief that those 3 ways are fine, but I think there's an even better way for light workers in particular to make money on YouTube that is not dependent on having a huge number of subscribers. You can use YouTube as what's called a lead generator to find people and have them find you, and then enroll them into your one-on-one and group programs. It could be that you only work with people one-on-one, right? That's fine. I kind of recommend in these times and moving forward into this new world that people think bigger than just one-on-one and have perhaps a way that they work with people one-on-one and offer some kind of a group program as well. So let's talk a little bit more about this. We're going to go into a little bit more depth on what I mean by using YouTube as a lead generator. And before I do that, just pointing out this bonus idea, Patreon. So Patreon donations are available to anyone who's online, and a lot of YouTubers have a Patreon site. You can go to patreon.com, I believe it is. You can sign up, and then that way you can give your Patreon page or link on your YouTube site, and people who watch your videos can say, wow, that was a great video. I'm going to donate through Patreon to this person, right? So it's a way for you to receive donations. So now let's talk about this lead generation thing. So in the world of sales and online marketing and all that, you'll hear the words lead generation. A lead is someone who is a prospective client. They're not a client yet, but they could become one, right? And so that's what a lead is. And you want to have an ability and really cultivate your mastery of getting in front of and connecting with people who could be your clients, right? So in your videos on YouTube, what you do is you invite people to book a discovery call with you or to book a complimentary consult with you. You know, something that's complimentary where they're in a phone call with you, right? And that's here, the enrollment call. And then in that enrollment call, if it's a good fit, often it is because you've attracted people to you, right? Because they see value in what your video is offering, right? So they're already a very likely candidate for working with you. In that enrollment call, you enroll them into your one-on-one program or a group program. Okay, so that's really the number one way for light workers to be using YouTube. And it's really the number one way for anyone who doesn't have a whole lot of subscribers, because you don't need a lot of subscribers for this to necessarily work. You just need to be really good at being like a lighthouse, you know, really good at using the different tools and methods of YouTube to help your people find you. So who's doing this and doing it well? Well, a couple of really successful light workers who are doing this are Victor Odo, who's an awakening coach. He does one-on-ones and he has group programs. He has a whole lot of stuff that he does. And also Jane International does tarot and astrology. Um, there are lots of nutritionists and fitness people who do this as well. And I think we're going to be seeing increasingly people like acupuncturists, you know, people like you, Deb, physical therapists. You know, I think you're going to see a lot more of the people who have traditionally not been online. You're going to see them popping up on YouTube and other places online as well. So I want to show you, I'm going to pop out of the presentation and we're going to take a look at Victor Odo and his YouTube site, because I want you to see really great example. So here's Victor Odo in just a video. It's not his site. Sorry, we're just looking at a video. And if you scroll down right under here, see how he's talking about all of his different offerings. He has a newsletter. He has a free course. If you scroll down, you'll see everything that he has. Now, at the moment, Victor wasn't doing he wasn't doing one-on-one, right? But for many years, he stopped and then he just started. So this video doesn't show that he's now offering one-on-ones. He's offering it through his email marketing list. That's how I happen to know about that. But many of his videos, you'll just see somewhere in here where you can click and book a session with him, right? Book a call with him to explore one-on-one. The other person here is Jane International Tarot and Astrology. Now I believe she does have one-on-one, although it looked like it was, yeah, see how she has private tarot readings, right? And so normally you would see a link here and you just click on it and it goes to an online scheduler. And then as a person interested in working with her, let's say I want to book a call, I just click the link and I sign up for a certain time, right? And then we meet by Zoom or by phone. So this is all very, this is not hard to do, right? She recorded her video, probably on Zoom, maybe with an iPhone, and then she typed all this in, right? And then she saved. So it's really very straightforward. Okay, let's go back in here. So I wanted to give you just, a couple of examples. A lot of YouTube people, excuse me, yoga people are doing that as well. Lots of yoga teachers will do one-on-one. They'll have like this a reasonably big following, maybe a few hundred people or so, not huge. But then the people who do follow them love their classes and will do one-on-one sessions with them or have a custom designed package of 12 one-on-one sessions or something like that. So that's another place to look if you're looking for examples. So let's talk about creating videos easily. So it's pretty straightforward to create a video. In one of our previous classes slash webinars here at Lightworker Tech Tribe, we talked about how you can use Zoom, for example, to record yourself, right? And then it becomes what's called an MP4 file. It's an audio and video file combined in one. And then that file can be uploaded to YouTube, Instagram, Vimeo, any kind of a video platform. And with YouTube, it's just a one-click upload. You just click on the upload button. I'll demonstrate in just a moment. Then you have to choose public, private, or unlisted, and I'll explain those. The key is to post daily or frequently, as frequently as you can, especially in the beginning when you're using YouTube. YouTube's search rankings will rank you higher if if you're doing videos more frequently. And the people who do a quick daily video, for example, will rank the highest in YouTube. Okay, so let's jump over to YouTube, and I want to show you how easy it is. I'm looking for my channel here. Okay, so this is my new YouTube channel. It's still being built out, so you won't see too much on here, but it's a great place for me to just demonstrate how to upload a video. If you're on your home page, or if you're in what's called your dashboard, here's your dashboard. I'm actually just under the dashboard in videos. But even if I were just at my home page, I could go to my create button in the top right. This is how I can upload a video or how I can go live. Because just like Facebook has Facebook Lives, YouTube has YouTube Lives. That's pretty neat, and it's automatically recorded and saved to your channel. In this case, let's say we recorded ourselves on our phone or on Zoom. We have a saved file that we want to go and select. So if I were to click on select, I would just navigate to the file and upload it. It'll take a few minutes, depending on how long it is. So don't be alarmed, if it says is going to take 20 minutes, because if it's like a half hour long or an hour long, it could take a while to upload, and that's totally normal. Now, right here, you'll see that you have a choice of how it's going to be listed. Is it public, unlisted, or private? Public means anyone, who comes across, who does certain search terms or comes across your video is going to be able to see it. Unlisted means that it has a link, and basically you'd have to have that link to see it. If someone were to happen upon it, it's not, it's not private, it's not invisible, but it's a lot harder to find than public. It's not, in other words, an unlisted is not going to come up in people's search results. Private means that it's totally invisible to anyone who does not have access, who's not purposefully given access to it. So generally speaking, if you're trying to have your clients be able to find you easily, you're just going to leave it on public. You wouldn't even have to go in here and change it. But I guess if you're experimenting with some videos, you might want to make them private so just you can see them. There's a lot more to say about the dashboard and the different things that are available to you. I will touch on a few other things, but for now, I just wanted to show you again that you can just easily click on create, and it's pretty much a one click, right? You click on create and then select, and you've uploaded a video. Okay. And again, daily or frequently is really very important. So, helping your clients find you easily is really the name of the game on YouTube. It's all good and well and fun, right, to upload videos to YouTube. But if your point is to have clients, right, then you want to make sure that you're doing everything that you can to leverage the search engine that runs YouTube, right? Because if you think about how you use YouTube, you go in and you put in a search term, most likely. You may have your favorite YouTubers that you watch, sure, but let's say you need something, you need pain management. Like I'll go in and I'll put in um, leg and hip yoga when I want to find some new yoga stretches and poses that will help me with legs and hips. Someone else might be looking for law of attraction, prosperity coaching, or affirmations, and they might be putting that in as the search keywords. Okay, so tagging and thumbnails are very important for helping your clients find you. Tagging is when you put certain keywords in to your video. When you upload your video, you can actually type in tag words, keywords, also known as keywords. And that way, for example, if my video is about law of attraction, right? And I know that my people who I want to work with are always going to YouTube and typing in law of attraction, then I'm going to use that as a tag. I'm actually going to upload my video, and before I click save, I'm going to type in law of attraction as one of the tags. That way, people will find it, hopefully. They may or may not. That's a pretty crowded niche. But I'm giving my clients a much better chance of finding me than if I didn't tag it. And you can use a lot of tags, which is really nice. Now the thumbnails really have to be enticing, right? That's really important. Thumbnails are the little, I'll show you what I mean by thumbnail image here. Let me jump over here. See these over here off to the right? These are thumbnails. They say thumbnail because they're small images. And they have to be really enticing because look at all the, there's so much competition. I don't really like that word too much, but visually, you want to be appealing. And see if we get down here, see how these have text, right? Usually you're going to want to have some kind of a thumbnail text over it. Like this one has what stage are you in, for example. Now, Victor Odo and his one of his buddies, who is also a really successful YouTuber, they have a course in which they talk about how to create thumbnails. And I've seen other courses as well. They all teach, I'll show you Victor Odo's, they all teach with thumbnails to have really big, either white or yellow text like this. Yellow apparently is the one that people click on the most. So you'll notice a lot of yellow, some white as well in his thumbnail images. Okay. And he does very well. He really has mastered ranking. He's one of the top like 5 whenever you look for certain keywords on YouTube. And although I don't think it's all that pretty, aesthetically, this yellow, it does work. It really does work. It's eye-catching. So that is a little bit about tagging and a little bit about thumbnails and how important they are in helping your clients find you. So let's talk a little bit about YouTube and Instagram video. Now, what's really cool about modern day social media, right? Back in the old days of the beginning of social media, they were very separate. And if you created a video and uploaded it to YouTube, you would have to copy that video and, well, not copy it, but you'd have to upload it once to YouTube and upload it another time to Instagram or to wherever else you wanted it to appear. Nowadays, all of the social media platforms have little check boxes where you can simultaneously post the same video in multiple social media sites all at the same time. So it's really great. You can actually have one video, put it up on YouTube, and it's instantly on Instagram as well. If you're not much of an Instagram user, you may not realize that Instagram has video as well. It's called IGTV, and it's very popular. And I highly recommend that you use YouTube and Instagram video together to reach more people. Some of your people are going to lean towards YouTube for their video consumption. Some of them are going to lean towards Instagram. And so you really spread a nice wide net that way. And it's easy. You can also use a program like Hootsuite to schedule videos to go out to multiple social media sites at one time. I'll show you Hootsuite real quickly so you have a sense of what I mean here. So what's really cool, this is a social media scheduler. It does many things, but this is the feature I wanted to show you. If you subscribe to Hootsuite, right, you have an account. I don't know how much the pricing is, but it's not a whole lot. And it'll save you time if you're trying to post content to more than one site, like more than two sites. Really, it's going to be behoove you at some point if you're doing content like every day or several times a week to think about having a schedule. Like, let's say on the weekends you actually do that entire week or maybe 2 weeks worth of videos and maybe blog posts if you're also blogging. And then you just upload those to Hootsuite and then schedule when you want them to go out to the different social media platforms. So it's really quite a good time saver. Now you can certainly hire a virtual assistant to do that for you as well. And maybe even have a combination of a virtual assistant and Hootsuite. So that's just some food for thought. So again, the point here, the real important point, however you get your content out there, is that I recommend using YouTube and Instagram together if at all possible. So optimizing your channel, right? Your YouTube channel. Just so you know, everyone who has a Gmail account has a YouTube page and a YouTube channel. Your YouTube page is just when you kind of go to YouTube and you land and you start searching as a consumer, like you're just kind of looking for videos to watch. If you click in the top right of your YouTube page, you'll see that you have a channel as well. If you click on your little picture, the picture of you, and then go down, you'll see that you have a channel as well. It'll be really blank at first, but this is where if you are real serious about using YouTube to have your clients find you, you want to optimize that page to take full advantage of how YouTube's search engine works, right? And also how the psychology of magnetizing your clients works as well. So the main elements that are in optimizing your YouTube channel are banner art, sections, playlists, and we've already touched on tagging and thumbnails. I'm going to show you a quick example of some great banner art and use of sections and playlists. And I also want to announce that we have an online course coming soon. Lightworker Tech Tribe, me, is working with Geraldine Convento. We're designing an online course. It'll be a recorded course that people can purchase. And it's all about how to optimize your channel for the highest rankings. And there's also going to be a weekly group coaching call that's a component of that as well. So stay tuned. That'll be coming sometime late May, early June. So I want to show you real quickly banner art sections and playlists that are done really well. Let's see if you can bear with me 1 second. Here we go. So here is Geraldine Convento's YouTube site. She is an SEO specialist, which stands for search engine optimization. She's also a YouTube specialist and anything to do with video marketing and online business. So you'll notice that her banner art, this whole kind of strip of art across the top, is custom built. She may have done that, she may have had that professionally designed. If you are kind of artistic, you can go into this program called Canva. This is where I create a lot of things like my presentations, Instagram posts. I mean, you can do all kinds of things in here and make it look great, including YouTube banner art. It's called Canva, like canvas without the S, and it's free. So banner art is very important, right? You want to look like you're serious about this. You're not just kind of hanging out on YouTube, but you really are serious. And then if you scroll down, you'll notice that she has sections. This is a section called My Journey, and she has different videos that are relevant to that. Here's another section, What I Care About, another section called Useful Info. So if you were like a physical therapist, Deb, for example, you could have legs and hips, nutrition, anti-inflammatory, and so on. Whatever your areas of expertise are and how you want clients to get value from your site would be your sections. Now, the other thing that she's doing is she's using playlists. Playlists are really important because it makes it really easy for your people, your viewers, to easily look at a list of videos that pertain to a certain topic. Like for down here, let's see, what's a good one? This one. Let's say that someone's interested in the topic of Squarespace. Okay, so if you click on this playlist, view full playlist is going to show me, there's only one in this list. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me go up here. How many are in this one? Here we go. See how there's 2 in this playlist, 1 and 2? So if I play the first one, what's nice is that the other videos will start as soon as the one before it ends. It just keeps playing. That's kind of the beauty of a playlist. And you can imagine, Diana, if you have prosperity videos up, then each one of these videos, let's say you had 10 different videos where you're talking about prosperity, law of attraction, metaphysical laws of economics in the universe, and so on. So if someone's interested, boom, they've got 10 of your videos to consume instead of just one. And that's providing a lot of value and convenience for your viewer. So again, banner art, sections, playlists, tagging, and thumbnails are all the basic elements of how to optimize your channel. So now, before we wrap up, I want to talk to you about some opportunities where you can get support for your launch and your growth. So we're going to continue to have these webinars weekly. These are just super fun. I am a total nerd about all of this and love it, love it, love it. So these are going to continue for free. We're also going to have launch pods be available very soon. Really, the doors are open for launch pods and for group coaching. I'll talk in more detail on the next slide about both. Launch pods will be like a monthly type of membership, like where you can pay month to month to be part of a launch pod to help you as you launch and grow in a mastermind. And then we'll have group coaching as well that includes the launch pod plus facilitated group coaching with me. So here are the lightpreneur pathways that are available to support you. We have the lightpreneur launch pods, and that'll have a weekly launch pod support call. It's mastermind style, so that's 4 of those per month, where you will be in a community. It might be like 1 or 2 other people. It might be as many as 3 other people, maybe 4, a maximum of 5 other people in a small group who's meeting weekly to mastermind each person's launch and growth. And it's really quite phenomenal how powerful this is. I've been in a mastermind myself for a year, and it totally opened my eyes really to how powerful this is to launch yourself and to grow your business. You'll have a facilitated sort of sheet, right, that tells you how to go through each call. Each person will have about 15 to 20 minutes where every person is focusing their mind, their heart, their focus, their ideas, offering referrals, offering resources, right, for that person's 15 or 20 minutes, right? Once that person is done, it moves on to the next person, right? And everyone provides that mastermind group amplified field consciousness and resources and ideas to that person, and so on. So that's going to be $97 a month, and you can just pay for 4 at a time. You could pay month to month. It's kind of like a gym membership. And then you would also, of course, have a discounted rate if you work with our digital marketing partner, Jenny Lyon, and her team to have anything built for you. So if you wanted a landing page built or help or tech support with your social media or something like that, you would have a discounted rate. The other opportunity are our group coaching programs. We're going to have a 3-month pathway and a 6-month pathway. So you'll be a part of a Lightpreneur launch pod that comes with it. There will be a weekly group coaching call with me. The modules will be the 7 steps. Some of you may have participated in our recent webinar where we went through the 7 steps. But every week, we will be learning about landing pages, websites, social media like Instagram, YouTube, and so on. Email marketing is one of the modules, Zoom, online courses, and virtual assistants, because that may be part of your pathway of growth. And also launching, that's one of the modules as well. The main difference between the 3-month and 6-month is just the amount of time that you're spending on each module. We're going to have a good 2 to 3 weeks on each module to get stuff really built out and to have your learning be really solid and quite deep in the 6-month. Whereas in the 3-month, you may end up just having 1 or 2 things complete. Like let's say your landing page is complete and your YouTube site is nice and built out, right? As opposed to having landing page, YouTube site, Instagram, email marketing, the whole kit and caboodle, which could be created in the 6 months. So every week we will have the launch lesson module, and we'll have worksheets and checklists to guide you step by step through what you're learning. And then it's up to you as to how much you actually want to do. So if you're like, wow, I'm halfway through my landing page and I loved the designing, but I don't want to learn how to connect my domain, my website, and do all that. I don't want to learn how to do all that. That makes me crazy. I want someone else to do that, right? Then that's when you would turn over the rest of it to Jenny Lyon and her team. And what's nice is it will cost you a lot less, right? When you're contracting with her, it will cost you a lot less because you already did half of it. The result of both the 3-month and 6-month is that you get your digital marketing just done, right? Even if you're just in the 3-month, you have a solid presence and you have a solid strategy on how you're using what you do have up, and you have a solid strategy and plan for getting the rest of it done as well. And that's $297 a month. And really, you want to go ahead and book a discovery call, right? You want to book a discovery call. You can just reach out to me by email. If you're in the meetup group, feel free to reach out to me there. The 2 coaching programs are by invitation only. I want to have a discovery call and make sure that things are a good fit for folks who are joining that. The Lightpreneur launch pods are open to everyone. Okay, so in review, we have looked at 3 ways to make money on YouTube, including the YouTube Partner Program, ads, brand placement, and so on. Remember, you can Google all of that real easily. You don't have to, don't feel overwhelmed. It's just a matter of reading up on it. The number 1 way I feel for Lightworkers to make money on YouTube is to use it as a lead generation tool so that your people, your destiny people can find you, right? Your destiny audience, your destiny clients. We looked at some examples of successful Lightworkers who are doing this. I forgot to mention that, at the height of Victor Odo's coaching, using YouTube to find, to have people find him, he was coaching 40 clients a month, one-on-one. He scaled back from that and graduated to group programs, but he had said he loved it. He would sit on the beach in San Diego and just coach 5 or 6 people all day. He'd break for lunch and had this great life. So I wanted to mention that as well. We talked about how you can create videos very easily. It's just a matter of recording and clicking the upload button. We looked at the importance of tagging with keywords for search. We looked at the importance of thumbnail images and using yellow or white text or something eye-catching in the thumbnail. We talked about page optimization and the upcoming online course that'll be coming soon, and the different pathways for support within the tribe. So in closing, it is your time. Your gifts are needed now more than ever. As we all know, the world needs more light, and we have beautiful gifts, all of us as light workers, that people really are in need of. So become a lightpreneur and get your message out there. Get your light work out into the world. Your people are waiting for you. Thank you. So that concludes the presentation part of this. I'm going to stop the recording and then we'll transition into the Q&A and coaching.